Hello staycationers, Marilyn here to share a tip time video with you on smooshing backgrounds. So to do this technique we will need some ink pads, we will need some plastic wrap. I just have this plastic wrap, doesn't have to be anything special, and of course a garbage can because once it's covered in ink you don't want it laying around your table, and some paper towels, some stamp sets, some dies. I'm going to start this one with just my card base. I'm using Very Vanilla, and just for something different, no rhyme nor reason as to why Very Vanilla as opposed to the white, but that is what I did for this one. What I'm going to do is show you a couple steps as to, or a few steps as to how I did the card, and then I'll show you my finish. So what I wanted on this one was the background. I'm trying to do cards that don't take a lot of extra supplies. So this one I did not put anything on the inside. I did not put any layers on it, but I'm quite tickled with how it turned out. So I used Night of Navy ink, and what I did with it was just put it on my plastic wrap. I'm going to use, in this particular case, I'm going to use our largest block. So I'm going to use that and stamp on my front of my card. So I put on some garden green as well as the Night of Navy, and I just, that's all I did was I inked up the plastic wrap. Then I took a spritzer with water in it. So we have these spritzers, and most of them I have put an arrow on them as to which way they spray, but this one obviously I don't. And I'm just going to spray from quite a distance just to get the colors to mix. And then what I did was I made sure that I had some crinkles, for lack of a better description, in the plastic so that I'm going to get a design. Then I plopped my block down, and you can see that you get all kinds of different colors, different. I'm going to peel my plastic off. I'm going to bring in my, we'll stamp, and then I'm just going to take my block and create my background. So this one, to me, looks like it is going to have a fair bit of green, but it does have a little bit of blue. And, oh, when I take it off like that, it's got quite a bit of green. So I can see on my block, I have more blue down here. I can restamp. And no two will be alike. You can understand that. It does curl the paper a little bit, but you can let it dry. I prefer to let mine dry on its own. You could use the heat tool. So there's your background. Isn't that kind of cool? And you can see on this one I had a lot more blue than the one I just showed you, just so you can compare how different they are, how different and similar. The ties for this one I did cut out of Suit and Tie dies, and I used the words from Handsomely Suited. You could use any combination of whatever. And for this, I had used the plastic wrap, used ink refills to put color on, and spritzed it. And then what I did with the wrap after I had the ink refills on it was that I did something like this, and it ended up making it mostly green. But I like the color combinations. I have used blue adhesive back gems for the tie tacks, and I have my card and my envelope. So quick and easy way to have some color on your paper. For this one I have Bumblebee cardstock. I have Evergreen, Evening Evergreen for a layer. So this one's a little bit stepped up. It's got some layers. And then I've used the shimmer paper, and I'm guessing that maybe you can't see it shimmering, but I'll try and... This is shimmer paper. And the reason I'm using it is that it does not absorb the ink as much as regular white paper. So I'll just show you what I did for stamping with that, because as I say, it's my favorite. It's the least messiest, and I think it works really well. So I took the Evergreen, Evening Evergreen stamp pad, if I could get it open, and the Bumblebee stamp pad, because those are my two colors. Looks like Edmonton Eskimo colors, doesn't it? And I took my paper, my plastic wrap, and just made a ball out of it. So then I wanted the background mainly to match the background there, so stamp it in here, or tap it in there, and tap it on your paper. You can stamp off, you can stamp over again if you want it darker. You could. So it's just, lots of us have been recently enthralled with making our own designer paper, and there is, you could see it, just the idea of doing that. Then I would probably take another piece so I don't dirty my other stamp pad, and use it the same way for adding just a little bit of the other color. And there's no, again, you would never end up getting the same twice. So isn't that a neat way to get a background with smooshing with plastic wrap? So I'll show you my finished card for that. I took the Positive Thoughts, stamped this in the Evening Evergreen, and stamped the words, "Friends like you mean more every year." Then I was able to cut out the leaf image and mounted it on my card. So really, really tickled. This little butterfly is also in that die set, just this little guy here. And then on the inside, I did stamp and cut out another butterfly. So that was, like I say, one of my favorites. Just another version of it is this particular one, and it is same idea, only I used masking down either side and used it in the Coastal, well, Mint Macaron, sorry, Mint Macaron and Basic Gray. Just wanted to say thank you. You made my day. So hopefully you've enjoyed the backgrounds that I've shared with you, and I would like to see you post any of them or all of them that you have made.